Hey guys, this is Shannon with Nearly Organic Noshing, and it is Wednesday night here in Florida, and I am preparing dinner, and then I'm going to go do a little bit of hurricane preparedness. I don't think the storm is going to be very bad, but we're just going to go ahead and do some yard cleanup, make sure there's nothing loose to blow around, and just do some basic pickup around the yard to secure anything. I had planned on working on my garden this week, but I decided just to hold off and not plant any of the plants that I had picked up and not start any seeds. We're really high and dry here, but just in case things do get a little worse than what we expect, I'm just going to hold off and wait and keep my plants under cover. So while I'm outside working on that stuff, I wanted to go ahead and get something that I could put in the oven. So what I'm going to do, the name of this recipe I found on Pinterest. It was called Man Pleasing Chicken, and it's a combination of maple syrup. It called for rice wine vinegar. I don't have rice wine vinegar. I have rice vinegar and I have white wine vinegar, so I just decided to use some of the white wine vinegar. And then it called for either honey mustard or like a honey Dijon mustard. I had some of this, of the Sweet Baby Ray's honey mustard dressing. I'm just using that, and I'm going to mix them together. I'm going to coat the chicken and bake it in the oven. And then I've already diced up just one large sweet potato. And this I am going to cook in the skillet with coconut oil, and then I am going to toss it with this. It's some of the Earth Balance, the coconut and peanut spread. It's like combining coconuts and peanut butter together, and it's non-GMO and organic, and this is really, really good. And when you do it on the sweet potatoes like that, it's just delicious. And then I like to crack some peanuts and add a little peanuts into it right before serving. So that'll be like a sweet potato coconut peanut side. And then I've already cut up some broccoli, and I am going to steam this and put a little butter and salt with it. And then I have some jasmine rice. I'm going to make some jasmine rice to serve the chicken over the rice. And I may just pull some peaches out and serve some peaches with this. But I'm going to go ahead and get started on the chicken, and I'll let you guys see what it looks like once it's in the pan. Okay, I have sprinkled the chicken thighs with salt and pepper, and this is what it comes down to. It has 1/2 cup of the honey mustard, 1/4 cup of maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of the rice vinegar. It calls for 6 chicken thighs. I'm just doing 4. 2 of them are really big. This is all we need. I didn't need to pull more out for this. If we have a little bit of extra sauce, no big deal. And then I've already salt and peppered the chicken thighs. And this is what the mixture looks like, all mixed up. And then I am just going to coat this and put it in the oven at, I believe it's 400 for 40 minutes. I will double check and make sure I put the right temperatures in here, but I believe it was 400 for 40 minutes, but I'm just going to double check on that. You pretty much just have to cook it until completely done to where the internal temperatures are correct. Okay, I have my rice cooking. It's turned off and it has reached a boil, and it's just going to cook for the next 15 or 20 minutes. And I have the sweet potatoes in here. I did put some of the organic. I use this. I get it from Big Lots for $4 a bottle. It's organic, non-GMO coconut oil. And I did put some of that in here, but I also put about 1/2 cup of water. And what happens is the water evaporates off, but it softens the sweet potatoes, and then after the water is gone, the coconut is going to be left behind, and it will coat the sweet potatoes and keep them from sticking to the bottom of the pan, but they'll be super tender. And then I'll just be adding some of this, and then I've got to look in my cabinets to see if I have some peanuts. I think I have some. I'm just going to have to go on a search and add those to the top. It just gives it a nice look and a little bit of a crunch. My son swears he hates sweet potatoes, but when I just tell him I'm making peanut butter potatoes, he eats them. So I just don't tell him there's coconut either, because he supposedly really doesn't like coconut too, but he eats it all the time. He just doesn't know it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this going while the chicken's cooking, and I'll be steaming the broccoli in a few minutes. Well, while dinner is cooking, I am working on shelling some red hulls. It's amazing how many beans you have to shell to fill up a bag. You know, when you go to the store and you pick up a bag of frozen beans or peas or something like that, and then you get home, you never think about just how many beans it takes to fill up like a quart-sized bag until you actually start growing your own. So, and this is the way I do it. I don't have like a little machine or anything like that, and I just have it, and I pull the two sides apart and bust it out into here. That way I don't have to worry about trying to keep it in a small bowl. It can just go wherever, and it has a lip on it, and then I just take this and pour it into my freezer bag. So this is just what I'm working on while dinner's cooking away. Okay guys, this is dinner. We have the jasmine rice with the man-pleasing chicken. We caramelized the top, then scooped up a little bit of the sauce and just poured it over the rice. These are the sweet potatoes with peanut butter coconut spread that's mixed in. It was cooked in coconut oil with peanuts, and then crumbled toasted coconut on top with broccoli seasoned with butter and smoked salt. And there's peaches if anybody wants some in the fridge, but I think we're just going to go with this for now. Hope you guys are having a good night.